Oh my god, LeBum, you just cooked my parlay, bruh.
On average, 42.7 million American adults plan to place a traditional sports wager online.
My name is Arna Gupta, and I'm a professional sports journalist.
My name is Noor Chima, and I'm a sports betting analyst.
Can you give us some background information about the sports betting industry?
Yeah, so sports betting is a type of gambling in which people wage money on the outcome of sporting events. There's many types of bets that one can participate in, such as moneyline bets and over-under bets. Betting has strategies and requires a lot of risk, as there's no guaranteed way to win a bet. It requires a lot of luck, skill, and analyzing of players, teams, weather schedules, and travel schedules. The legality of sports betting differs throughout the country, such as Las Vegas having legalized sports betting and Texas, it's not legal here. According to the National Library of Medicine, due to the increased risk and exposure in today's industry, more people are at risk of developing an addiction. According to the DSM-5, gambling disorder is a type of addictive condition in which people experience recurrent and persistent gambling thoughts. It can generate clinically significant levels of distress and impairments in functioning. Sports betting apps also have lots of advertising being pushed out to people who are under 21, which kind of influences them to join the industry. By looking at the health problems associated with gambling, it becomes necessary for some types of reforms to be implemented.
One solution to this is to create public awareness campaigns. According to the World Casino News, when it comes to gambling addictions, online gambling sites are now allowing users to set limits on their gambling activities, such as deposit limits and timeouts. Sports gambling addicts also need support services. This can include counseling services, support groups, and treatment programs.
So how have these reforms helped?
So by implementing these services, gambling addicts can now recover and prevent harm within their health.
Although high wins can show a lucrative path in gambling, it can open up many problems for people. Credit cards charge high interest, and failure to pay off debt can lead to lower credit scores, lead to bankruptcy, and even cause denial of loans. Apps have little to no limit on the bet people can place.
So one of the most recent introductions to the sports betting industry has been the introduction of affordability checks. And affordability checks are basically, they set out a system where if a person were to spend a large amount of money, the gambling site would be notified and they would have to go through a process of checking if that person really has the means to be spending that money on sports betting.
How has this affected the sports gambling industry?
So through this process, people have been stopped and confined within their bets in the industry, and this has also helped end gambling addictions before they've gotten out of hand. So because of the recent large influx of people limitlessly spending in the industry, there comes a very dire need for reform. One of the most important reforms that would be most beneficial would be the prevention of deceptive marketing within the industry. So according to a New York Times article, an estimated $1.8 billion was spent in local markets in the US just to market sports betting. So as a result of the deceptive marketing strategies that I referred to earlier, the state of New York and Massachusetts have been implementing laws that prohibit the advertisement of sports gambling apps on college campuses and to people who are under the minimum age, and this has caused a significant decrease in the use of these apps by the younger generation.
Financial insecurity has become a much more relevant thing in the sports betting industry. According to the Center of Public Justice, 20% of the adult male population are now or have been in debt from sports betting. The government also has a role to play in regulating the economic framework, and there's nothing these companies are doing to stop people from betting too much.
So according to a New York Times article, as a result of all this limitless spending, Ohio's Casino Control Commission has fined over $800,000 to sports betting companies such as DraftKings from the months of March through May 2023. This is because DraftKings illegally advertised fake bets by sending out 2,582 advertisements to state residents under the legal betting age of 21, urging them to download its mobile app and claim $200 in free bets. Based on this evidence, we can conclude that people who are being exposed to false and illegal advertising are being influenced to join the industry. In order to rebuttal this, the best way would be to involve government interference to create just laws for the prevention and limitations of the industry.
The sports betting industry currently has many problems, which is why it needs financial as well as health reforms.